What's going on, guys? My name's RMisHERO, and we're back with another video. Today we're doing the character overviews of 3 different characters, and the reason why I chose 3 this time is because they're the brand new raid characters that I haven't gotten over. But you know, I feel like it'd be better if I were to do some raid characters every so often, and a crap ton of you guys wanted me to do Itachi, so then I just decided to bunch up the other 2 with him. So let's get straight into this. Alright, so starting out with Suigetsu, he's the oldest raid character out of the 3, so I decided to choose him first. But yeah, so let me just read over his stats. He is a bravery type, short range, with 1,244 damage and 1,530 attack, or health. I read that the other way around than usual, but that's pretty ass. That is probably one of the worst raid characters I've seen, 6-star raid characters I've seen in a little bit. He has a short range, and for that to happen, I don't know. But his buddy skill and his field skills are, field skill reduces damage taken by 10 to 50%, and his buddy skill reduces chance of being immobilized by 20%. Like I said, as always, those are, the damage reducing one is very nice to have, but the reduces chance of getting immobilized. Nobody immobilizes you, pretty much. That really matters. So that's just irrelevant, I guess. Looking at his first jutsu, it is a 5 chakra cost, 3.5 times attack and bravery damage to 1 enemy, so single target. And then his second is for 10 chakra, 8 times attack and bravery damage to 1 enemy, and you get 3 perfect dodges for 2 turns. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is a very trash card, or character, I guess, in the game. I know a few of you guys might be getting upset by how they're doing these characters dirty and everything, but you guys have to keep in mind, these aren't their, like, moments to shine, you know? Like, for Itachi, that wasn't his moment to shine, to have a super OP card. I'm assuming his quote-unquote time to shine, I keep saying that, is when him and Sasuke go up against Kabuto. That's when he'll get a banner card that's super OP, stuff like that, guys. So you have to keep that in mind, because, you know, more characters will be coming. You guys have to understand that. So don't be upset if they did that card dirty, because, you know, later on there's going to be an even better version of that card. But yeah, not much to say with Suigetsu. I don't know if I said, but he's a 60 cost, but you can bring that down since he's a raid character. But yeah. Alright, now moving on to Jugo. He's a wisdom type with 60 cost, and his health is 1188, and his attack is 1302. And for a mid-range unit, those aren't that bad of stats. As always, the cost can go down to, I believe, 40 or 48 or something like that. I believe 40. But yeah, so he's an okay card. Just looking at his stats. But, you know, moving on to his field and buddy skills, they're both attack boosters. So his first one boosts, or field skill boosts attack by 75 to 150, and his buddy skill boosts attack by 115. So, I mean, those are useful, but, you know, not as useful as the other ones, like reducing damage, or restoring health even, or counterattacking. But, you know, it's like the normal thing, I guess. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, those like trash. Nah, you're good if you have this. First jutsu, it is a 6 chakra cost, 4 times attack and wisdom damage to 1 enemy, and his ultimate jutsu is 12 chakra for 7.5 times attack and wisdom damage, and remove banner from 1 enemy. So it looks like Bandai was planning on using both Jugo and Suigetsu against Itachi, just because one of them has the unable to be immobilized, and the other one has a barrier break. So I guess that's what they're trying to do. Too bad these characters were sort of trash, but, you know, it's all good. Yeah, so the multipliers aren't too bad, but they could be a lot better considering their single target jutsus. But, you know, removing that barrier isn't as bad. So I would definitely rate Jugo over Suigetsu pretty much any day. But, you know what, let's go on to Sasuke. I meant Itachi. I'm not even gonna edit that out because I'm just Alright, so now we're going on to the most controversial card there is, and that is the Itachi card raid. So he is a skill unit, 80 cost. You can bring that down, as always. But he is a limit breakable card, so I'm gonna read off what his stats are before and after the limit break. He's a mid-range unit, but so his first, before being limit broken, his health is at 1206, and his attack is 1386. Looking at that alone, that's like, it's mediocre, it's mediocre. But for max limit broken, his health is 1562 and his attack is 1820. Now he does have dupe abilities where it'll bring his attack 200 plus, so it'll be 2200 or 2020 damage, which is insanely good. It's insanely good, especially for a mid-range unit. I believe that is one of the highest attacks for mid-range. But yeah, so this card is very controversial as to whether he's considered good or not. I am a firm believer of him being extremely good, but we'll go on and tell you guys all the other stats before you guys make your own opinions. So his field and buddy skill. His field skill boosts critical rate by 1.4 times to 1.9 times chance, and then his buddy skill reduces chance of being sealed by 20%. Again, both of those aren't as critical. You don't really need them. They aren't that good either. But yeah, so his field and buddy skill, I can agree that that's kind of suckish. But looking at his jutsus, now people are really upset because of the chakra cost. But I mean, for what you're getting, he's not a bad card at all. For 6 chakra, it is a 4 times attack in skill damage to all enemies in range, so it's going to be AoE, and 50% chance of reducing enemies attack for 6 turns. Now, the reducing attack thing is actually really, really good if you guys really break it down. Like, if you're going up against a bunch of mobs, you just use that and bam, literally their attack gets down really far, and you're pretty solid. But yeah, so honestly, I would actually use this quite often. I probably will. But looking at his second jutsu, his ultimate jutsu, it is a 12 chakra cost, 8 times damage in skill damage to all enemies in range, so AoE again, and 30% chance of sealing jutsu for 2 turns. So obviously the 30% isn't as good, but I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna be using him most of the time for his first jutsu, just because that reduced damage does very well. It does very well. But you guys leave that, or I'll leave that to you guys to decide whether you believe he is good or not. Another controversial thing is either is between Hashirama being better than Itachi. Of course, we don't know his limit broken stats. It was announced that he's getting a limit broken, but I'll definitely make a video comparing the two after we get confirmation about Hashirama's stats. But I hope I hope I can make a good enough video for you guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Alright, so this is the part where I give them my ratings. Of course, this is completely my opinion, and if you guys don't agree with it, please leave a comment below. I'd love to read and see what you guys are thinking. That didn't sound like English very well, but you know what? Let's just get into it. So, Suigetsu, I'm gonna give him a 3 out of 10 just because he's a short range with 1,200 damage. That's completely saddening compared to any other card. But just wait until Taka form of both of these new characters. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, this Suigetsu's complete trash in my opinion. Jugo, not much better. I'm gonna give him a 4.5, and that's because he does have that remove barrier, but it is 12 chakra, so that's pretty intense. For a mid-range, that attack isn't bad, 1302, but that's just he's not that good. Both of the characters aren't that good, but Itachi, on the other hand, I'm gonna give him a 6.5 out of 10. Actually, probably a little bit higher than that. Probably like a 7 out of 10. Of course, my opinions, don't roast me. Just give me your opinions, guys, because I do want to listen to that. But the reason why I give him such a high rating is just because of his pure attack, man. 2,000 damage for a mid-range unit, and he has double AoE, and one of them reduces damage. That reducing damage actually comes in very handy. You guys will understand when you use him, going up against harder raids. But yeah, that's just my opinion, guys. Leave your opinions down below, and that's probably gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day. Boop.